Yes.
Yes, we are in UI. So this is the introduction session, first session on web UI. Here, web UI. UI means here it is a user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics are here. HTML 4 and 5, CSS 2 and 3, third one JavaScript, fourth one jQuery, here fifth one Ajax, here sixth one responsive design, here responsive design, seventh one will be here bootstrap, eighth one will be here less and SAS programming, ninth one is project, 10th one is exam. Here total duration of my content will be here next 2 months. 2 months I'm going to continue on all these topics. Here we are in UI. Here UI means here it is a user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn this list of all topics. Okay. Here first what is UI, what all topics comes under this, and each topic basic introduction I'll cover. Okay. Here UI means here. So generally I'll cover Monday to Friday topic sessions. The next 2 months I'll complete these all topics. And Monday to Friday it is a topic session. Saturdays I'll go for project session. In today's demonstration, I'll give you what all introduction to each topic. So what is UI and UI related each topic introduction I'll cover in today's session. Okay, each topic introduction. Here what is UI and each topic introduction I'll cover for today. And then I'll go for here each topic introduction I'll cover. After this, tomorrow onwards, I'll start how to implement the HTML4 programs. First topic programs I'll start. Here, UI means here it is a user interface. To create this user interactive page, here we have to learn these all topics, this list of all topics. Here, when you enter any URL in the application browser, when you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is what UI. Here you can see that Google logo and you can see here one search option. Here search option. So once you click on this search option, your data will be redirected to server. Here once you click on this search option, your data will be redirected to server. See here, I'm clicking on this search option. My data is redirecting to server, server connecting to database. Here, this is my UI page. Once I click search option, my data is redirecting to server, server connecting to database, database back to server. Server will give you resultant page for us. Here, this is what here resultant page. Here, this is what totally MVC architecture. This is what here server program. And this is what here database. Here we are learning web UI and this here we are the PHP program, Java program, .NET program, here Python programs, etc. all comes under server programs. Here databases are here, Oracle, MySQL, here MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB, etc. all comes under server programs. Okay, so these all comes under server programs here, and this is the front end. Okay, let me save 29th October. Here, I'm explaining here UI. When you enter any URL, whatever application you can see, that is what UI. After submitting your data will be redirected to server. So this is what UI and this is also UI. UI connected to server, server connected to database. So this type of 3-tier architecture you can observe here in every UI page. Here MVC architecture we are following here. So this is what here model view controller architecture. we always use model view controller architecture to design our output. Here, model part, view part, controller part. In this model view controller architecture, here model is by server program, controller is by server program. Here, model is by server programming, controller is also by server programming. Here, controller is also by server programming. So this middle one, this is what here our UI program. This middle one, we call it as our UI programming. This is what UI. Here, we are learning here UI programming. In this starting page is a UI page. After submitting, you will connect it to server, server connected to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page for us. This is what UI. Here, after submitting our data will be redirected to server, server connected to database. So this is what here MVC architecture. Immediately, you will get result. See, whatever you are searching in that Google, you will get here Amazon link, Flipkart link. Suppose if you search for toys, here Amazon toys, Flipkart toys, Amway toys, like this, you will get all the list of links. Here, the links, whatever we are getting here, that will get within few seconds of time. Within few seconds of time only, you will get all the list of links. See here, if I search anything, so this is what here, one front end. Here, if I am searching for mobiles here, see, within few seconds, I'm getting results. Apple, iPhone and all results I'm getting here. This is possible by our UI program. Here, this is possible by our UI program. Because of our UI programming only, we are able to see this type of output. Okay. Here, this is what here UI programming, you are getting all the UI results. Here, once you enter this URL, here you immediately you are getting the results. This UI is connecting with the server, server connecting to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page. This total architecture is a 3-tier architecture. We are following MVC architecture here. Model view controller architecture we are following to design our output. In this model view controller architecture, here model part and the controller part, we will design it by server program. View part is our UI. Okay, so from this we can understand. See, I'll show you one more URL here, facebook.com. So Facebook login.php. So this is one more UI. Here, one more user interface. In this, you can see here one email address box, password box, submit button. This is one UI. See here, after submitting my data, see it is showing here PHP. See, this is one front end. It is interacting with the PHP programming. Here, this facebook.com is the best example for here, this facebook.com, this UI. Here, UI is the best example for PHP. PHP is connecting with the database. This is what here, MVC. Here, model view controller architecture, we always follow here. That model controller view architecture we are following here. And this is what here, MVC. Model view controller architecture we will follow. This is what here, MVC. In this time, here in this MVC architecture, we are learning here model view controller architecture. Model part, controller part, view part, how to develop it, we understood here. Here, this is what here UI. Once you enter your URL, will be connected to server, server connected to database, database back to server. This is one example for 3-tier architecture. Similar way, I'll show you one more one here, Oracle create account page. Here, Oracle create account page, in this time, see here. You can see here one application form. After submitting, this will connect to here. After submitting of this application form, this will connect to server. See here, once I'll click submit button here. So my data will be connected to server. Here, these fields are required. So this is from front-end validation. Here, after submitting my data, this page will be redirected to server. That server here JSP. JSP we are using as our server program. In this URL, this is one more MVC. Here, one more web page with one more different server programs. Here, this Oracle create account page, this web page is example for our front end is connecting with the JSP page. That is what Java server page. It will connect to maybe Oracle, maybe MySQL, maybe SQL server, any database. Here we are learning here front-end programming. In this, we are going to see here all these topics. We are learning here UI. UI means user interface. Once you submit your data connecting to server, server connected to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page. This total architecture, we call it as MVC architecture, Model View Controller Architecture. In this time, here model part and the controller part and the view part we are discussing here. Model View Controller Architecture. In this model part, here model part, view part and controller part we are learning here. So in this time, this UI page is connecting with the server. So here after submitting my data will be connected to server. Okay. So these servers are here. Front end is here common. Servers are here different. UI will be common for every web page. See, if you check it here, when you right click, inspect element on this, you can see some code here. See, this is some code here. Some code you can see here. When you right click, inspect element on this, you can see some code here. This is what here, one front end. See, right click, inspect element on this Facebook site. See here, you can see that same type of code. See here, doc type HTML head body. Here also doc type HTML head body. So this is common. Doc type HTML head and body is common for every development. For every application development, doc type HTML head and body is common for our application development. Okay. Here doc type, here it is a document type of HTML and body tag is the standard code of HTML. Okay. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Here, but here both the applications are different. Standard code is same. See here, in this one image, one heading, one email address box, password box, submit button, and two anchor tags. Here you can see here so many input fields. Drop down list, email address, password, retype password, country drop down list, here first, last, here job title, work, phone number, company address, year, city, like this you can find all the list. Okay, this way you can find here all the list. So this time what we are doing here, this is what here UI page. After submitting my data will be connected to server, that server page here. Here after submitting my application form, it will connect to one server program. That server program here it is JSP. JSP here it is here Java server page. Here PHP. This is what here UI page. UI page is connecting with the server page, server connected to database. Okay. Here also UI page, it is connecting with the server page JSP. So every web page front end will be common, UI page will be common. Here in this front end page only, here we are connecting our server pages. So this is what here MVC architecture. In this standard code is here for every web page. Standard code is here doc type HTML head and body. See here for every web page standard code here it is doc type HTML head and body UI code. When you right click inspect element, you can find it here exclamation. Here doc type HTML starting, here HTML close. Here only you can see that here head and body tag. You can see that here head tag as well as body tag. Okay, under this head section, whatever code we are writing here, that is what here script tag and then style. We can write it here script tag. We can write it here style tag. Script and style we generally write it. Here script is used to write JavaScript code. Here style is used to write CSS code. Okay, so this is what here HTML. Here the standard code, every code we will write it under HTML page. Here this is what here our UI page, that is what here HTML page. HTML here it is a hypertext markup language. It's a hypertext markup language. Here markup means here it is a tag based program. Markup means here tag based program. So that's why we are writing total HTML. If you are learning any language, that language we have to learn it in that particular way. So here HTML comes under tag based programming. Tag is nothing but here instruction to the browser. We can write tags here. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to browser. We can give our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here we have paired tags and unpaired tags. Two types of tags we have. Here I'm explaining here HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Markup means here a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but instruction to the browser. We can give all our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Okay. Here these tags are here paired tags and unpaired tags. Here it is a hypertext markup language. Markup means here it is a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Okay. So every tags we will write it here. Every information we will write it here within the tags. So body tag, image tag. Here like this we'll write it here. All tags in the here all content we'll write it here in the form of tags. Okay. Here tag is nothing but instruction. We have paired tags and unpaired tags. Those all completely about the HTML we'll learn in tomorrow's session. So this is what here introduction session. I'll give you each topic introduction. Here only HTML if I use it. See here type HTML head and body it is showing. Inside the head CSS and JavaScript code we have. So I'll remove it. Only HTML output will come like this. HTML it is giving here basic skeleton part of the web page. Basic skeleton part of the web page we can create it with this HTML. HTML it will create here basic skeleton part of the web page. Here basic skeleton part of the web page we can create it with this HTML. Here skeleton part of web page we can create it using HTML. Using HTML only we can create it here basic skeleton part of the web page. Here basic skeleton part of the web page we can create it with this HTML. Then next one here, second topic of our course is here CSS. Here CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here cascading style sheet. So this is what here style part of. Here style part of web page we can create it using CSS. Here style part of the web page we can create it with the CSS. Here HTML is a hypertext markup language. Markup here it is a tag based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. We can give our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here HTML is a tag based programming. So that's why we are writing here images, buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list. Here email address box, password box, retype password, drop down list. These all by HTML only. Here we are using here HTML to create this type of output. Here similar way you can see here. Here similar way you can see here once you refresh. Images, buttons, radio buttons completed. Now alignment. Here background with one color. Here background with one image. Here buttons are with one color. Radio button one more color. Drop down list one more color. Here, see here. And submit button one more color. This colorful structure is the second topic. Here, alignment of the web page and colorful structure of the web page. Here itself, alignment of web page. Here, and background color of this web page. Here, borders for this web page, text related styles, font related styles, all etc. We will learn it here under this CSS. Under the CSS only, we will learn it here how to write background colors, borders, text related, font related styles. All we will learn it here under the CSS. Here, CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. It is mainly used for writing style part of the web page. Here, totally style part of the web page, we can create it with the CSS. Here, styles we are writing here with the CSS. Next one, here after the style part, here style part of the web page is by CSS. If you want it here, you can change that style. When you right click, see here, right click, inspect element on this. Here, when you check this code here, right click, inspect element on this. Here, if you right click, inspect element on this, right click. Here, inspect element. You can see here one button. This button color, background color, anything you can change it. Here, background color of this button or a border for this, here border radius for this. Here, all we can change it. Here, linear gradient color, background image. Here, that colors I want to change it. Here, color of this button, I want to change it. See here, if you open, you can see here that linear gradient colors and all. Here.
But this will not save into database, right? You are doing only for our purpose.
Sorry?
It will not save into database because it's a Oracle. Anyone
Yeah,
can...
after refreshment, all will be refreshed. It will
back up. Okay, got it.
Back to the content. Yes. Here, every changes, whatever we are doing here, it automatically affects the CSS. Here, alignment and colorful structure, whatever we are writing. See here, this is anchor tag color. Can you see that? Create account with a different color. Here, this type of color. See, create account, it is showing here different colors. This colorful structure, here colors are changing here with the CSS. See, once you refresh, all will back. See, completely web pages as it is. Even in the Facebook also, it will be same. When you right click, inspect element on this, you can see one button. Here under this button, you can see that background color. Here I want to change the background color for this. See, login button color is changing. Here, not only from selection, see whatever color you want it, that color changes, you can do like this. Okay, here, this is the way we can do it here. Not only background colors, alignments. Here, width and height of the div tag or a container size, center alignments, anything you can change it here with our CSS. Here, because of CSS, you can do here all changes. Here, all width and height of that container. If you want it, you can change it. Here, this is what here total container, only this box. Here under this is one container. If you increase the width here, see, I'm increasing the width of this. It automatically affects on our application. See here, just before it is 390, now 470. Here, whatever changes I'll do it here, that automatically affects. See here, that width of that content here, size of that login application form is changed. Here, second topic CSS, it is giving alignment and colors for the web page. First part is skeleton, second part here, style. Third part of the application here, that is what here, JavaScript. Here, JavaScript, it will add it here, functionality of a web page. Here, functionality of web page, we can create it. Here, functionality of a web page, we can create it with this JavaScript. Here, functionalities are here. Here, validations, cookie creations, local storages. Here, session storages. Here, animations. Here, object-oriented programmings. Here, control statements, variables. Here, inheritance, object, class. Those all you will learn it under JavaScript. HTML is creating skeleton. CSS is giving alignment. JavaScript is adding functionality. So we can add functionality. See here, structure is completed here. Now colors are completed. Now once you submit it, you are getting error message here. See error message. Without proper data, if you submit it, you will get error message. This error message is because of JavaScript. Here, this error message is because of JavaScript. Here, because of JavaScript only, we can add it here. Here, this type of error messages for our application. JavaScript is adding here functionality to our application. These functionalities are here. Validations, cookies, local storage, session storage, animations, all we will write it here with this JavaScript. Here, next one, here, see, if I submit it, I'm getting error message. This is because of JavaScript. That is what our third content of our course. Here, before going to the next topic, here I'm explaining here. First topic is HTML. Second topic is CSS. Third topic is JavaScript. First one skeleton. Second one alignment and colors. Third one functionality. Like this, I'll cover each topic introduction. And every day class, I'll upload it in OneDrive. I'll create one 6 a.m. drive for your batch. Here, every day it will be 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. only. Here, and I'll share one drive access with you. I already shared for few students. I already completed demo for few students at 6 a.m. in the last week. So I'm going to merge with you 6 a.m. from tomorrow with them. Okay, I completed introduction part for them. Okay, here this is what my drive. I created this drive access for your batch. Here in this 6 a.m. drive, I have already few students here. So I'm sharing my drive access with the students. Okay, here in this, here all topics all are like this. So this is my list. Okay, here I already got here mail IDs of you who are completed demonstration. See, I got this 4 students list. This 4 students list, I here for them only I shared this drive access. Here 4 students. Okay, next here documents folder, everyday class related documents. So if presently I'm explaining introduction of all topics and here web UI codes content and HTML4, CSS, JavaScript basic introduction part document. Only HTML4 document uploaded here. Next paint file here. Everyday class demo related paint files all I'm uploading here. Here in recordings, everyday class will be recorded. That session number wise I'm uploading here. Here weekend test. So I'm conducting every weekend. Once one topic is over, I'll conduct one test. That question paper I'll upload here. As well as answer sheet I'll upload here. Question paper and answer sheet of my class I'll upload here. So like this, I'll upload every document, everything in this drive. And I'll share my mail address with you. So I have one mail address for students' doubts and information. Here, I'll share this mail address with you. So once I get your mail address, I'll share this mail address with you. So by that, you can connect with me everyday class. Here, you can connect with me everyday class with the here everyday class related doubts. So if I give any task to you, so I'll give you every program related task. So the task, once you complete it, you can send answer, the task you can attach to this mail and you can send to me. Like that, I'll communicate with the students. Here, generally, I'll communicate with the students here with all these. Here, I'm explaining UI. UI means user interface. Here, you can see here all the list of topics all are like this. Here, this is what here total drive I'll share with you. Here, I'm explaining here next topic of our content here, jQuery. So up to now, we understood what is UI, what is server, what is database, basic introduction. And in this UI, what is the use of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we completed. Next,
But jQuery is discontinued for Bootstrap 5, right?
yeah. So it is actually jQuery and Bootstraps are ready-made files. It's a framework.
Okay.
Here, jQuery is an external library of JavaScript. It's an external library of JavaScript. We call it as jQuery. Here in this time, you can find it here. jQuery 3.7.1.js is one ready-made file. Similar way, we can find it here. jQuery cycle.all.js. Here, jQuery UI.js. Here, jQuery validation.js. Here, like this, you can find it here, so many jQueries. Here, I'm explaining here jQuery. jQuery is an external library. Directly, you can use this library to develop our application. Here, like this, you can find it here, so many jQuery files. jQuery is an external library. In this, you can find it here, all external libraries are here. jQuery 3.7.1. jQuery cycle.js, UI.js, validation.js. Like this, you can find it here, all jQueries. See here, jQuery is an external library. Because of that, we can easily develop our application with this. Okay, here, now I'll show you what is the use with the basic. Here, the jQuery file. Here, suppose if I search for jQuery cycle. Here, I'm searching for jQuery cycle. Just once I click on it, you can see here that cyclic rotation of images. Here, shuffling effect, zooming effect, fading effect. Here, shuffle. So this is what here shuffling. This is what here fading. This is what here zooming. Here, this type of slideshow. If you want to create a slideshow of images, those all you can create it with this jQuery cycle. So we no need to write every line of code of JavaScript from beginning. So directly we have JavaScript related basic code. Directly we can use it to develop our application. Here, jQuery is an external library. We can easily develop our JavaScript library here with this jQuery. Next one here it is Ajax. Here Ajax. Ajax is a asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It's a asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Again, it is also a combination of JavaScript and XML only. Here, whenever client send the request, client means browser. Client send the request, server has to give their response. In this time, without redirection, without refreshment, you will get client response to the server. So that is what here we'll learn it here, Ajax. Without redirection or without refreshment. Without refreshing. Without refreshing, without redirection, if you get output for our server from the client, that is Ajax. See here, if I open Union Bank is one site. Here, in this site, you can check it here. See, Union Bank is one site. You can see that Union Bank website will be like this. Here in this time, in this Union Bank site, you can check it here. One Ask UA. Here, one chatting window. So this is what here, one chatting window. Here in this, if I click OK button, see, it is asking me to type script. Here I entered language and I entered script. See, it is without redirection. See, I want to know about digital banking. See, if I click it, what you want, view my application, credit cards, here like this, you will get it here, all the results like this. Here, this type of, here account summary, transaction details, here PIN generation, here view statement. Here I'm getting here all the results within few seconds of time. I'm getting here this list of results. This list of results, whatever we are getting here, this is what possible by our Ajax call. That is what here, without redirection, it is getting. See, without refreshment, automatically it is updating that information. But if you check it here, this products or a corporate loan, other services, see here, my page URL changed and my page is redirected. So whatever menu I'll click it, my page is refreshing, reloading, redirect. Here, this type of redirection, you can see here, this type of redirection, you can see here because of our synchronous call. This type of redirection, refreshment, you are getting output. That is what here. Here, if you get your output with redirection and with refreshment, this is synchronous call. That Ajax call comes under asynchronous call. Here, this chatting window is the best example for Ajax call. So you will learn it here, how you will get output without redirection, without refreshment, that you will understand under this Ajax. Here, under this Ajax only, you will learn it here without redirection, without refreshment, how you will get output for our application, that you will learn it under this Ajax. Here, we are learning here Ajax. Ajax here, it is a asynchronous call. Here, without redirection, without refreshment, if you get output for our application, that one only we call it as Ajax. In this Ajax time, here without redirection, without refreshment, if you get output for our application, that is what here Ajax. In this time, here we are using here jQuery and Ajax and responsive design. Here, next topic here, responsive design. Responsive design time, you will understand here how to develop our application for mobile phone, tablet, desktop. Here, mobile phone, tablet, desktop, in all different resolution, how to get, etc. In other future developments, how to develop our application, responsive application, how we can develop it, that you will understand under responsive design. Here, under responsive design, you will understand here how to develop our application. Here, responsive application, how to develop it, that you will understand under this responsive. Okay, see, check it how this responsive design. This is what here, our UI page. See, if you change your screen size. Here, I'm changing my screen size here. See, observe here, this menu bar is like this. Now, see here, menu bar is converted like this. Okay, here, horizontal menu bar. Now, if you go down, see here, just before these 4 items are displayed in 4 different columns. See here, it is 4 column structure. And this slideshow, you can implement it here, scroll right or scroll left. The slideshow, it is by jQuery. Here, this basic structure of the web page is by HTML, CSS is alignment, JavaScript is functionality, jQuery is also adding functionality here. This here attend this one slideshow of images. Here, slideshow of images, we can create it with this. Here, jQuery, it will add it here, functionality to our application. That functionality, you can create it here. It will add it here, functionality to our application. This functionality, here jQuery is adding slideshow. Here, left side, one information here, that complete output will come like this. This is what here, that information we are displaying like this. So when you go down, this is here 2 column structure. When you change your screen size 4 column, when you change your screen size to smaller screen 2 column. Here very smaller screen single column. This is what here responsive design. Under responsive design, you will learn like this. Here responsive design. Lesson SAS and Bootstrap, last 2 topics. Here lesson SAS here, it's a superset of CSS. Here linear style sheet and syntactically awesome style sheet, less and SAS. Both are as of now, remember it's a superset of CSS or a CSS preprocessor. In CSS only, we can write variables. Here extra we can write it here. Variables, make sense. Here nesting. Here importing. Here like this, we can write it here all, etc. You will learn it under CSS. Under CSS only, you can learn something extra that you will understand here under lessons. Okay. 1 second. Here, lessons as it is a superset of CSS. Here it is a superset. It is not a here superset of CSS. In CSS only something extra we will learn it here that you will understand under lessons. Okay. Next one here, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is also a ready-made file just like jQuery only. You can readily use this Bootstrap coding to develop our application. Here, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework. It's a framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We call it as Bootstrap. Here, Bootstrap is a framework. It's a ready-made structure. It's a framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We call it as Bootstrap. Under this Bootstrap, you will understand here how to develop our application with this Bootstrap. Here, bootstrap min.js file and bootstrap min.css file. Here, popper.js file. Here, bootstrap bundle.js file. Here, bundle.js file like this, etc. So many external files we have. We'll add this bootstrap file to our project. Automatically, we can develop our application. Okay. This is what basic introduction part of UI. Here I discussed each topic basic introduction. Tomorrow I'll start the first topic of our content, how to install Visual Studio Code in our system, how to write our first program in VS Code. I'll explain to you. Okay, so I'll explain how to install Visual Studio Code in our system and how to run our first program in VS Code. I'll explain to you.
Okay. I have 4 questions.
Yes.
One is, are you going to teach TypeScript with extra?
TypeScript, it comes under Angular course.
Okay, that is different. After learning this one, I need to go to TypeScript,
Yes.
right? TypeScript is a super, because my aim is to get into the Angular. And second one is, there are so many frameworks or it looks jumbled up. So can we easy to understand?
Yeah. Framework is nothing but just it is a ready-made structure, easily develop your application rather than writing from scratch. You can directly use it.
Third one is, if I miss a class somehow.
Recording will be available. Every day class recording will be available.
Fourth one is fees, how to pay the fees. I'm in USA.
Okay.
It's always, it's confusing, like whom to contact, what to contact, like.
They shared one information in the chat window, payment information, bank details, everything they shared in the chat window, phone number also available, mail address also available. You can contact them in that number.
In the email, right?
Sorry?
They shared in the email or in the chat?
And not with me. It is with organizer. DURGASOFT.
Okay. Whom should I contact? Like,
Number will be there in the chat window.
In the chat or the email? Chat, I do not see email.
The chat you cannot see. Every day they are sharing. Okay. Okay. They didn't share it, right? So I'll share. Second.
So that I can copy it and
Okay, so I'll share one number to you. So in the
Yeah.
chat window, contact them. Today they forgot to share information. I think they left. Here I'm giving one number to you. So
every day
yeah,
same time, right, ma'am?
same time. Every day it will be 6 to 7.
Okay, for me is 8:30 tonight. Okay, good timing.
Yeah. 212143. Yeah. So I shared one number. Contact them for my class information.
So it starts from Monday after Diwali or from tomorrow only? Because
Tomorrow we'll continue regular session. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we have only 2 days Diwali holidays, 31st and 1st in Indian
31st
time.
Okay, it looks very interesting. I'm going to join.
Yeah.
You know how much fees, or should I contact them? And
Yes, only contact.
Okay, Swetha.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
It's very interesting. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will join you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Contact
Thank you.
them for the tomorrow's link.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tomorrow's link, who will contact? Same link?
Different link. Link will change. This is demo
Oh,
link.
they will send the link, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will
Thank
contact them right
Yeah.
away.
Thank you.
Thank you.